Hi, I'm Tim Miller. I'm the creative director at Rocket 5 Studios. I certainly know a lot of developers who won't work without coffee, can't work without coffee, just have to have that. I think I'm probably one of those people.
Hi, I'm Kathy Faraday Miller and I'm the art director of Rocket 5 Studios. How I got here is a long, winding road. I like storytelling. That's where I got into games. My first job was a 2D feature animator, and I very luckily landed a job at LucasArts in the Bay Area, which was the best place for a character animator to start in games.
I'm a game designer, level designer, sort of jack of all trades these days. I got my start in the games industry at LucasArts. I started as a tester there back in 1996. Rocket 5 started because Kathy and I left the San Francisco Bay Area where we were working in AAA, and we moved to Canada. So the landscape for independent game developers changed dramatically since we started making games. It went from just like the App Store and like Unity being able to, to make builds for iPhones to tons of tools that are available now.
And I had to go from only knowing how to animate and not knowing how to rig or model or texture to having to learn all of that. So for me, it's been really expanding, and I think for both of us.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you do have to be a jack of all trades when you run your own studio, and it's just the two of us most of the time.
So in some ways, it makes it endlessly interesting too.
Like we can take our game and have it just be like a normal, 3D action game one day, and then get the Oculus going, and then the next day we're like, this should be a VR game. And we don't have to tell anybody, we don't have to ask for permission.
We make what we want, really, even though I'm technically the art director and you're technically the design director. It is like everything else in our life, blended. And we met at LucasArts.
When I first started making games independently, the first thing I made was this little drag racing game. So the next game I made was like a motocross game. One summer there was this festival here in Toronto, and they were having like an arcade for like independent games based, with horror themes. We're like, okay, why don't we throw together a game? And we were at the farm that summer, Kathy's cottage, and I was like, well, let's get everybody involved. And so we had a design meeting, and we came up with this little game, and we had like the little kids doing concept art and stuff like that. And we put together this little guy with like this phantomizer thing that could shoot like a green blob.
That game evolved into our first larger game called the Phantom PI.
And then there's Kitty Disasters.
What a game. Yeah. We made this game, platforming kind of adventure-y type of game about a really destructive kind of cat in a Looney Tunes inspired world. We made a demo level. In the 3 days of having it tested constantly by gamers, players, we realized it needed to be a 3D game. It's really exciting because at the end of the day, you don't know what the experience is going to be. You can project what you think the player's experience is going to be, but you really don't know because they bring themselves to the product, to the thing that you're making, to the game. So, I really enjoy making a game where someone can be fully engaged and they can enjoy the experience. They can be surprised. They can have a wealth of emotions. They can feel a connectedness to something we're making. We really enjoy passion.